I know we've only known each other for 4 weeks and 3 days, but to me, it seems like 9 weeks and 5 days.
All right, all my garden enthusiasts and passionate plant people. Welcome to the Let's Get Growing show right here on the Urban Gardener channel. I'm Enoch. I'm your host today, and we've got a really, really great show for you today here on the Sunday edition of the Let's Get Growing show. We are continuing our community show weekend. Yes, community shows. So if you weren't here yesterday, definitely look forward to all of our great guests today, because our guests are you, the audience. That's right, you, the audience, are the guest on today's show. Just another one of these great fun community shows that we love to have here on the Let's Get Growing show, where we get to chat with you, the audience. We have all these amazing, awesome guests that come and hang out with us here on the weekends here on the show. And every now and then, we got to take a time here on the show to hang out with all of you who hang out with us each and every weekend. So hopefully we've got a lot of volunteers just waiting to get on the show today. So what I'll do here in just a little bit is share with all of you our show link for our studio here, and you can jump in and join in with us. All you got to do is click that link when it shows up into the chat there, hook up to your computer, video, audio, all of that sort of stuff, and join us in the backstage, and just kind of wait in the wings there, and we'll have you on the show to talk all about your garden season, something growing on, maybe some show and tell. If there's something you're harvesting out of your garden and you want to grab it up and bring it on camera here and show everybody what you've got growing on in your garden, all sorts of stuff. We even got some great surprise from our good friend Bowtie David, who finished us off for just a few minutes yesterday's show, but we got him back today, and he's got a surprise for us all here just a little bit later in the show as well too. So you'll want to stick around and hang out for that as well. So definitely come and join with us today. I can't wait to talk to all of you here just a little bit later on the show. Plus, we've got Paul from Guten Gardening in the garden with us here. He's got a great in the garden segment coming up. So definitely stay tuned to that as well. And you know the deal. Let's go ahead and start this off right. Let's click up that thumbs up and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Bell notification to be notified of all of our upcoming videos and live streams, and definitely share with all of your friends and let them know that we're here each and every weekend on the Let's Get Growing show. Saturday and Sunday, both at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern, and about 7 p.m. in the evening for all of you joining us over in the UK and all of that. So again, thank you all for being here. Thank you to all of our team replay as well. Big, huge shout out for you guys. Thank you so much for joining with us here on your time. It's always great to have you here. Definitely drop into the comments section down below. Let us know you're here. Let us know where you're growing from, what you got growing on. I want to hear all about how your garden is growing this year. So definitely drop into the comments there, or just drop by and say hi. I look forward to hearing from all of you, as well as those of you who are here with us live. Definitely join in on the conversation. And just like those of who are watching our replay right now, and jumping into the comment section, we've got roll call coming up for all of you live viewers. It's coming up here in just a couple of minutes, and you do the same. Drop into the chat here with us. Let us know where you're growing from, what you got growing on, all of that sort of stuff. I can't wait to hear about how your gardens are growing this season in our chat there for our roll call coming up again, like I said, in just a couple of minutes. So jump in now and let us know you're here. And got any questions or comments for our guests, all of our audience guests, your friends, people who you hang out with each and every weekend here in our chat on the show, definitely drop those into the chat as well when they come up here a little bit later on the show. All your questions and comments, we just might feature those throughout the show right there at the bottom of the screen. And also, too, I just want to mention we're sneaking this in to our community show this weekend, but we are having a little bit of a fundraiser this weekend as well, too. We are looking to raise up a few bucks because it's time to start paying some bills around here. And yeah, I've got to take care of our platform that we use to produce the show with, and a few other ideas and things that we want to work on as well too. So we do appreciate all of you out there who are sending in donations. We were asking yesterday, we got a few donations in yesterday. Looking forward to maybe a few more today. If you have the ability to give a few bucks, that'll be really awesome. Jay yesterday even announced that she's matching some donations as well too, and yeah, so definitely drop into the description below. We've got links to our direct funding apps, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, those sort of things that you can use for sending a couple of bucks in for a donation. Or it is was mentioned yesterday on the show too, if you want to mail in something or something, or you got another idea or something you want to do as far as that's concerned, drop in an email at theurbangardener@mail.com. Not Gmail, but mail.com, and I can get you information if you want to mail something or anything like that as well too. So definitely do that. But again, thank you everybody for your really, really kind donations. I really, really appreciate it. The show definitely appreciates it for sure. So again, thank you so much for all that you do for our show. All right, everybody. I did want to mention too that last week I released a video. Yes, that's right. I released a video. It's been a while since we've released any videos around here, but I did go out and film a summer garden tour, kind of just a good look around the garden to see all the different things that we've got growing on in our different garden spaces. Our back patio, as you see in the picture there, as well as our alleyway garden spaces, some of our other garden growing areas as well too. So real nice full-on garden tour, look at all the things growing on. I knew I had to do it. I really, again, was holding back, wasn't really trying to do much filming or anything, just more gardening this year than I'm worrying about doing that. But the garden's been growing so well and looking really nice and bigger and better than expected. So I knew I just had to break out the camera and film some footage and take you guys around and show you all the things that we've got growing on here, besides all of the little clip that I give you each week on the Saturday show. If you're here as we get started, I show the little clip of something. But let's full on garden tour. Let's take a look around at all the different great things growing on around our garden spaces. So go check that out. I see Jay's dropped a link into the chat already for all of you, so definitely go check out that video and get into the comment section there as well too. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you got any ideas or thoughts or any comments, suggestions, questions, all of that sort of stuff into the comment section of that video there too. I'd love to hear from you and see what you think about what we've got growing on around here. So right on, everybody. I hope you've been jumping into the chat here because it's time now for roll call.
My name is Kevin. Yeah. That is my name. Yeah. They call me Kevin. Yeah. Because that's my name. Roll call.
All right. It's roll call time. And roll call time means that it's time for us to hang out with all of you for a few minutes here at the top of the show and give you all a shout out for being here with us. But it is also a community show. So I do want to remind you all, not only drop in for our roll call right now, let us know where you're growing from, what you got growing on, all of that sort of stuff. But also, it's a community show too. So hold on and hang on there in just a little bit. Like I said, I'll share with all of you our show link here so that you can come and join with us live on the show. And we can have a little bit of a conversation about what you've got growing on in your garden. So really, really look forward to that. And let's see here. I guess this one will do. You gotta look for it here. But let's go ahead and say hello to Jay joining us from Huron County, Midwestern Ontario, in the lee of Lake Huron. Did I remember that right? But anyways, she's joining with us here today in just a little bit here live with us for our community show. So we'll catch up with her in just a minute as well. We always want to give her a big, huge shout out here at the beginning of our show and thank her for all of the things that she does here on the show for us, our chat facilitator, producer, and as I mentioned, too, primary donor. as she's matching donations, we'll talk a little bit more about that with her as we get her on here in just a little bit. But again, thank you so much, Jay, for everything that you do here on the show. Also, we got joining with us here is Michael. Michael, thank you so much for being with us today. Great to have you here on the show. We've got Joe from Muddy Puddles Farm over in Cornwall, UK. Joe was on the show with us yesterday for the community show, talking a little bit about the onions that she's got growing there. And let's see, where it is all growing on, including the weeds. We can't get away from the weeds. That's for sure. That's a part of our garden life, right? We got Shawnee Grows with us here today. Another great community show fundraising event today. That's right. Thank you, Shawnee, for being here. Great to have you here. And we've got our good friend Chad over at Down Home Backyard Gardening. He says, hello, everyone, on this hot Sunday. Hot Sunday for you. Oh, boy, oh, boy. And then we got with us here. Oh, what do we got? I'm not going to try on the name. I apologize. We'll say 68. We got 68 with us afternoon, fellow soil connoisseurs. Great to have you here with us today. Awesome for you to jump in with us today on our community show as well, too. We got Shawnee says the fruit truck comes today. Peaches from Colorado, cherries and pears. The local sweet corn farm is open. Plus, we have a produce stand selling black diamond watermelons from Missouri. Man, all sorts of good stuff there. Oh, I'd love to get in on some of those peaches for sure. I know the peaches started out really good this season. I went and bought some just the other day, and but yeah, I bet those ones from the farmer's market there are really, really great, or your fruit truck anyways. We got Adam joining with us here too, our good friend Adam, moderator, joining us from right up the road from me here in Southern Oregon in Central Point. Adam, thank you for being here. Always great to have you here with us. We've got Bowtie Life, our good friend David, waiting in the wings here for our community show. It says Triple G, greetings, global gardeners. If the creek don't rise, you may get to see our new art piece during today's show. Ooh, a little tease for a surprise today. You might want to hold on for that coming up here in just a little bit here. Robin from Robin Gardens. Hello from Chicagoland. Robin's here as well too, saying she's got show and tell. I love the idea of show and tell. This is that time of year too. It's great. We all got stuff coming up out of the garden, growing and everything. I shared something yesterday I found in the garden on yesterday's show, kind of a little weird, strange happening in my garden. You'll want to go back and check that out if you didn't see yesterday's show, but looking forward to show and tell with Robin. We got Dusty Flats in the conversation. It says, hello, everyone. Steaming hot arrived again in Wisconsin and just checked all plants and staying in for a couple days. It's 92 with 105 heat index. Ooh, too hot anymore. Yeah, that's hot. That's hot for sure. And plants are trying to hold on in that type of heat. That's for sure. Let's see here. Excellent. 68 says, I'd love to grow a banana tree. Oh man, I would love to grow a banana tree myself for sure. I had brought back like a banana plant start from Southern California a few years ago, and it didn't go too well. I'd love to give it another try. I will say that hopefully here in the next few weeks or so, we'll have our good friends Christopher Bransdahl and Kang Starr back on the show. But Christopher, who grows out of a grow room up in Norway, has been sharing over on his Instagram his banana plant that he's growing there indoors up in the mountains of Norway, and it's flowering. He's putting out banana fruit. It's amazing. An indoor banana. It's actually flowering, putting out fruit. So hopefully that'll be really nice to see here coming up. Oh, and look, there he is with us today. In fact, I didn't even notice that, but thanks, Christopher, for being here today. But I think the banana plant is looking amazing. I can't wait to get some updates on the show when we get you guys back on here real soon. Let's see here. Allotment of the Dead with us today. Great to have you here with us today. Awesome to have you here. We've got Kevin with us as well. Right on. Shawnee here says, oh, yes, definitely a reminder there that our show relies on generous donations from viewers like you. Thank you, Shawnee. Anything you're able to give is greatly appreciated. Like I mentioned, Jay is doing some matching funds as well, too, matching donations. So definitely drop into our links below. Thanks for the reminder, Shawnee. Great. Got some good ones coming in already yesterday. I was just really appreciative of all of you and all that you all do here in this community to support each other and this show and everything. It's just really great. We've got Troll's Garden in the chat with us too. It was a tasty raw, hardly tasted anything after heating it up. What is this here? Oh, we're talking about something. I'm not sure. It must have been mentioned in the let's see here, but joining us from Moss, Norway. Awesome. Another friend from Norway with us here. How great is that? Excellent. Meg's Edible Landscapes was on the show with us yesterday. It was so awesome to meet you. Thank you so much for coming and participating with our community show yesterday. It's really awesome. Thank you so much. We got Big Will Dog in the soil with us. Awesome. How you doing, garden buddy? Your boy is here from Indianapolis. Awesome. Excellent. Thank you for being here. And David says, hello from the heart of Old Destin, Florida, where I have a pile of okra, habaneros, dragon's breath, and MA warthog peppers burning holes through the table. Oh, those are some hot peppers for sure. Kelpie Capers Farm. Hello, Lori. Thanks again for being on the show with us yesterday. Another guest from yesterday. Awesome to have you on the show. Thanks for being here with us today. And we've got Vic Wick Gardens. Hello. Great to have you. And let's see here. Chad says, I have disconnected for the most part this weekend, but couldn't miss today's show. Gotta support you guys. Excellent. Thank you so much for being a part of our show and our community and everything, Chad. It's really great to have you here with us today. Kelpie Capers. Anyhow, hello from cloudy Southwest Washington State. Right up here in the Pacific Northwest. MKP joining us from Oklahoma, Zone 7B. Awesome. It's a hot day at 100 degrees. Oh, cooking over there in Oklahoma. Dusty Flat says, I have cabbage, green beans, celery, and jalapenos to deal with today. Things are picking up if I can keep up. That's right. It's time in our gardens, right? Everything's just happening. You got to keep up with it, keep up with all of this crazy good stuff, right? Christopher's in the chat, says, yes, I need to come on the show, the banana this autumn. Yes, indeed. I know. Hopefully by the time we get you on the show with us, it'll be looking really awesome and we'll get a really great update on that. I think it's really great. But go check out Christopher Bransdall's channel there, and got to check out his Instagram. That's where he's posting most of the time and showing all the different pictures and everything. We'll have to find his Instagram for everybody. All right. Let's see here. Chad says Spring, Texas is 94, heat index 103. This heat is stupid. It's a different kind of heat when you get towards 100, right? When you're at the 100-degree level, it just changes everything. I love a hot summer. I'm always down for a great hot summer. But yeah, when those 100-degree days start piling on, and it's day in and day out, and you can't really find any, it doesn't really cool off much in the evening, so you can't find any relief really. So yeah, it can get a little weary during this time of summer. That's for sure. And we got Hippie Chick Homestead in the chat with us as well, saying, I've got shallots the size of baseballs to harvest. Wow. Those are baseballs. That's a good size shallots for sure. But anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for jumping in with us here for our roll call today. And if we didn't get you mentioned or you didn't get a chance to jump in yet already, continue to let us know you're here. Let us know where you're growing from, what you got growing on, and all that. We'll just feature those things throughout the show right there at the bottom of the screen. And remember, it's also a community show. I'm going to be sharing with all of you all our show link here in just a few minutes, and then we will have you all on with us here as our guest today. We've got one other thing we got to do, though, too. It is a Sunday show, so that means we've got In the Garden, and our good friend Paul is with us from Guten Gardening. He's in the garden this week. Let's go see what he's got growing on for us.
Well, hello there, Let's Get Growing community. The last couple of weeks, I took a little time to take a vacation. And I don't know about you, but when I'm on vacation, I like to explore a little bit, especially other people's gardens, of course with permission, and community gardens. And so in today's video, I'm going to show you one of the community gardens I found while I was on vacation and give you a little tour of it. And I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. If you travel, this is something I recommend you try out as well. Guten gardening, everybody. That is a stone barn, and this is the Stone Barn Community Garden. And this is maybe the coolest community garden I've seen in Maryland. Well, I'm right alongside a pretty busy road. And actually, this stone barn hides something behind it. If we do a little bit of a peekaboo here, you can see a whole bunch of townhouses, condos, and stuff like that. Well, I'm still in Frederick, Maryland, but I found another community garden. This one, I could actually get inside. The fence wasn't locked. And I found somebody to talk to ask some questions so I could understand a little bit more about this community garden. And that's why I'm saying it's the coolest space I've found so far. It's the coolest community garden because I found out something that is unlike, I think, just about any other community garden. And the first thing I'm going to do is tell you the plot size, because why wouldn't I do that? These are 15 by 15 plot sizes. And yes, individuals can have more than one, especially if there is a plot that is empty or barren and you want to take on the responsibility of a second or even a third plot. From what I understand, you can do that. Hey, can you tell what all this is? Looks like weeds at first, and actually in the interior we got some lamb's quarter. It looks like lamb's quarter in there that you could eat, but this is mint. This is the first time in a long time I've seen mint intentionally planted in ground. Because here's the thing about this garden that's unlike any other community garden. They don't till this over the winter. So people can actually plant things like garlic. I've got somebody up here I'm going to show you here in a second who planted grapes in here. So because they don't till the soil, number one, that's probably better in many ways for the soil structure. But because of that, you can have a plot out here and grow plants that take longer. And immediately I thought, most of our community gardens shut down sometime in mid-October, certainly in Wisconsin, which means that some of the plants that I might grow there, like our garlic, I just can't do. But here you could. I think that is so phenomenal. So let's take a look at what's growing in here. Where sunflowers are so popular. Sunflowers are so popular in this area. I like how this person has individual little beds inside of the main bed, and it looks like the beds here are surrounded by railroad ties, and the lady I spoke to said that some of these ties have seen better days. Well, that's probably true. These look like radishes to me, radishes that have gone to seed. Now, it's possible this is a type of radish grown for its seed pods, but I doubt it. It's more likely that it just went to seed. But who knows? Those look like they would be nice and delicious if you've never had your radishes. This is our asparagus. So again, because they don't till over the winter, you got somebody growing asparagus here. And this asparagus, who knows how many years it's been growing. A couple years at this point probably. But this asparagus is able to go to seed and then really build out the plant. So next year they're probably going to get some decent harvest. Hey, are you seeing something? Let's get up here real close. You seeing one of those enemies to the plants? I had no idea that Japanese beetles liked asparagus, but clearly this does. Well, the last community garden I went to see, they said that you couldn't have any permanent structures. Well, you've got a beautiful little stool or beautiful little bench container. You can see you can put your tools inside and then sit on that bench. That's pretty cool. You don't have that problem here. Oh, that basil looks wonderful. Wonderful looking basil. Oh, got some eggplant in here, but I'm guessing this eggplant has been eaten up. I don't know if that's a Japanese beetle or what. I like this little cattle panel that is being used for arching, although the vegetables underneath here, maybe here, these are cucumbers, so maybe the cucumbers here would have the ability to then go up onto the cattle panel. That's necessary. And these look like bush beans to me. So I don't know, they might be pole beans, but they look like bush beans to me. Our summer squash in here. Oh, boy, it is a delightful day out here. A delightful day to be in the garden. Oh, we're gonna love this. Look at these potatoes right here. And it looks like the potatoes are at the point now where they're dying back, and actually I would guess, based on this hole here, that somebody came in maybe just to check on the size of potatoes and harvested one or two. Of course, I can't tell what variety they are, but a couple 2-3 rows of potatoes, can't go wrong with that. Beautiful bush beans. Now, as I mentioned, if you watched the last video that I did on the community garden spot that I found about 10 miles from here when I couldn't get inside, these plants are farther along now. The peas here, you can see the peas on here. The peas here are about ready. Some of them are definitely ready to be harvested, but the peppers are so much farther along than our plants. It's like some banana peppers in here. It's making me excited for when we start seeing our peppers growing at home, really getting to the point of full development. Lots of different varieties. Let's get around here. There we go. Lots of different varieties of peppers in here. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with getting some really nice, these are going to be yellow California Wonder, the golden California Wonder. We're growing some golden California Wonder at home too. Absolutely. Oh, the biggest that I've seen so far of the zucchini. Give those another day and they'll be about 3 times that size. I do like summer squash quite a lot. There's a melon. Let's see, I can't quite tell. Maybe a cantaloupe. Let's see. Oh, it's acorn squash here. But I didn't think that this I didn't think that this was acorn squash on this side. It may be some acorn squash, yeah. They've got definitely some really interesting trellising ideas here. Some that I've seen before. When I was speaking to the lady as I came in, just to make sure she felt comfortable with my filming in here, that's one of the things we talked about, was that they have a lot of different cultures represented in this garden, which I think is very cool. And so a lot of different cultures also means a lot of different types of creativity when it comes to the ingenuity around growing, around how they're going to support their plants, etc. A lot of upcycling, if you will. I think that's really good. All right, so here you can tell what this is. I don't know what it tastes like to you, but it tastes good to me. This person's allowed it to go to seed so they can get the coriander off of it. I absolutely love that. The bigger ones here are probably about 3 inches in diameter. Oh, interesting. Now there are a lot of gnats out here. That's something I'm noticing. They're not really getting to me too bad, but they're getting to me. Here we go. Our basil going to seed. Basil going to seed. Still so much edible basil in there. I haven't grown basil the last couple of years because I have dehydrated a whole bunch of basil, and quite frankly, I haven't needed more fresh basil that much. We just don't use it that often. Here I say that you know what that is? Those are nasturtiums. Well, not this. Those are nasturtiums. I said the gnats weren't getting to me too badly, and then about 3 of them flew in my mouth and my ear. Well, this person clearly likes their summer squash. So much zucchini in there. Maybe a lot of zucchini bread. I know it's not healthy, but it's my favorite way to have zucchini. Like garlic chives here. Yeah, the bees love their garlic chives, don't you? Yes, the bees love their garlic chives. It's one of the things that I love about garlic chives. So here, inside of this little rock area here, we have some asparagus. Looking nice, going to seed. Probably some second-year onions that came back. That'd be my guess right here. Absolutely. Some nice potatoes down in here. And I noticed this person grew a lot of lettuce, and every single bit of it is going to seed. So I'm guessing now if they tried to harvest this, it might be pretty bitter. But there's still plenty over here ready and waiting to be harvested. You know, the weather makes such a difference when it comes to things like lettuce and how quickly it goes to seed. But that looks really nice. At first, I thought with this cabbage that the person had already harvested it because it looked empty on the inside, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's just not fully developed there yet. Ooh. The pepper plants aren't all that big, but they've got a decent number of peppers on them. Oh, these beets though. Take a look. Yeah, got some good size to the beets in here. It's really cool too to see what the focus of the various gardeners are. You can see the focuses are. You can see the different preferences in terms of vegetables. The ones that really go heavy into the summer squash, the ones that go heavy into the potatoes, the ones that really like the beets, the ones that focus heavily on the corn or the beans. Ooh, let's take a look at this. I almost missed this plot right over here. Not this one, although I do see some melons. Something looks like melon or cantaloupe growing in there. But this one has a whole bunch of the little raised beds. And typically I don't waste money. Rather, I don't spend money on little raised beds like this because they tend toward being expensive for what you can grow in them. However, it looks like this person has chosen carrots, cilantro, and more carrots. So, maybe they get a decent amount out of it. And then it looks like they take their weeds and they place the weeds in here for composting purposes or to break down until they're ready. And do you recognize this? Do you recognize this? This looks like spurge to me. I should probably show you the sign for the Stone Barn Community Garden. How cool is this? Now it says they run April to November, but again, they don't actually plow
over the winter. So even though maybe you're only getting in here April to November, you can still grow all year. Oh, that corn is the biggest corn I've seen since I've been out here. It's probably about 4 foot tall, coming up on 4 feet. This is what my asparagus looks like. You got to keep it kind of upright or it falls over so quickly when it goes to seed. My asparagus that's been growing for a couple of years. Oh, there we go. It's like the award winner right there. That's a beautiful, beautiful head of cabbage. And this garden has not only the cabbage, let's go over here. See the cucumbers? Ooh, kind of yellowish cucumber. This one apparently is an Itachi cucumber, and I've never seen that before. More of a yellowish color to it. Let's keep going around this one. This one's got a beautiful sets of cabbage. The red cabbage, when we've grown it, has always been a little smaller than the green cabbage, but it's so beautiful. The taste is so nice. This person's going to have some phenomenal heads of cabbage. Now, I do know that you are not allowed to plant, and this makes perfect sense to me, you're not allowed to plant any invasive species in here. That's obviously important. And I will tell you, I don't know what a lot of these plants are, but I want to show you one in particular that has just attracted so many pollinators. Now, I can look this up, but I'd rather you tell me in the comments what plant this is that is attracting, again, so many pollinators into this garden. Now, the rules are still the same as the other garden. You have to have whatever you're producing in here, you're not producing it to sell. Again, it's for your own personal use. And again, no invasive species. Oh, look at that. Japanese beetles right through here on this as well. I had no idea they liked the asparagus so much. All right, let's walk over to the plot where I was at the beginning to check out a couple cool things. This is a fig. What? So again, we're zone 7, so where we are in zone 5, there really aren't that many figs that are hardy enough to handle our zone in ground. But this fig, I'm going to ask her, let me see if I can ask her what this particular fig variety is, but check out these grapes. Now, the lady told me she had only ever harvested about 8 pounds of grapes out of here, but nonetheless, she said it's more for the aesthetic, but she's done a beautiful job controlling it, setting it out the way she wants. And she told me that she hasn't replanted this dill in years. Well, that's what dill will do for you. Oh, and this person just planted some asparagus down in here, a couple different varieties of asparagus. How cool is this? Well, I'm going to wrap this up. Again, I just love the setting of this garden. It's right by a busy road. It's right by, again, all these townhouses. There you can see the barn that it's named after and all the houses and everything in the distance. But the level of care that a large number of these plots has been given is fantastic to me. And quite frankly, maybe it's the day, maybe it's the idyllic nature of the day, but this is just my new favorite spot here in Frederick, Maryland.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this month's video. I hope you are having a great, in my case, middle of the season, and I hope everything's going well for all of you. Take care, and we'll see you next month.
Hello, let's get growing live gardening community. I'm Charles Malky, biologist and co-founder of Ivy Organic brand products. Ivy Organic is based on whitewashing, a time-tested way to protect plants from summer sunburn, winter sun scald, pests, transplant shock, and environmental stresses. Unlike latex or tar-based products that crack, peel, and leave residue on your soil indefinitely, Ivy Organic is truly organic and a healthier alternative. It dries on porous, allowing plants to breathe and heal naturally without rotting. Also ideal for protecting your pruning and grafting wounds. Available in white for maximum reflection or natural tones like brown, green, gray, and grayish. Ivy Organic protects while blending beautifully with your landscape. Choose from the whitewash oil-free formula or the 3-in-1 plant guard made with natural oils to help repel insects and rodents. Protect your plants the smart, organic way with Ivy Organic. Learn more at ivyorganics.com and wishing you all happy gardening.
Oh. Let's get full screen for this. All right, back at it here for the Let's Get Growing show. And big, huge thank you to our awesome, amazing sponsor, Ivy Organics. Go check out Ivy Organics over at ivyorganics.com. Get some of that 3-in-1 plant guard for your garden and use our promo code there in their shop, GROW10, GROW10, and get 10% off over there at ivyorganics.com. And big, huge thank you to Paul from Guten Gardening doing our In the Garden this week. What an awesome garden space. Going and visiting this just really great community garden. I love to do that when I'm getting out and visiting different cities and different places and going and checking out all these really cool, amazing community spaces where folks are getting together, growing food and doing all these amazing things in their garden spaces. And yeah, that's just an exceptional garden. And thanks again for taking the time to go walk around and show us all around that garden there. Nothing like a great garden tour, and especially in such a great, cool community space like that. So thanks, Paul. Go check out Paul over at Guten Gardening. We got links down below in the description there, so you can go check out what they've got growing on over there at Guten Gardening. And again, go drop into the comment sections over there as well too. So right on, everybody. We got a community show today. In just a couple of minutes here, we're going to bring Jay on, and we're going to get this rolling. I'm going to share with all of you our show link here so that you can jump on with us. I did just want to remind you all real quick, though, we did have a couple of really great shows last Saturday on the show. We had Brian Lowell from Next Level Gardening and the Gardens at Sky Ridge with us. Really awesome to have Brian on the show with us, as well as Chad from Down Home Backyard Gardening was with us for our Are You Following Me? And he stuck around to do some co-hosting with me, as well as a guest co-host for our conversation with Brian. You'll definitely want to go back and check that out. You don't want to miss out on that show, so go check that one out from last Saturday, as well as last Sunday edition of the show was our third Sunday of the month, our monthly gardening book club. Our good friend Mr. NBC joined with us live for In the Garden, and also co-host of our garden book club. We had with us Kim Stoddart. She joined with us kind of last minute, jumping in there, as we were supposed to have Mark Valencia in his book 100 Top Crops we've been talking about for the last month, but something last minute came up for him, and Kim jumped right in, and we did a little revisiting of her great book that we had featured on the book club, The Climate Change Resilient Vegetable Garden. We had a really great conversation with Kim. You want to go back and check that out, as well as announcing our next month's book club book is Charlie Nardozzi's The Continuous Vegetable Garden. So you'll want to come and join with us third Sunday of August, I believe August 16th, for this really great conversation with Charlie and his great book, The Continuous Vegetable Garden. Our book clubs are really great, really fun. Go out, get yourself a copy of that book, check it out, and come and join with us for our conversation with Charlie this next month. So right on, everybody. Let's get this community show going, and we can't get our community show going until we get our good friend and our facilitator right here on the show with us. Let's welcome to the show our good friend Jay Dixon, the J-Bot. The J-Bot. All right. Here she is with us here, Jay Dixon. Let's Get Growing facilitator. How's it going today?
Good. Slightly better rested than yesterday, but still kind of frantic in the garden.
Excellent. A little frantic. What you got going on since yesterday there in the garden?
Well, yesterday I did in the veggie garden. I did, which is away from my home. It's in my village, but it's a community garden away from me. And I did 3 rounds there. And if I hadn't been doing yesterday's show, I probably would have done 4.
Oh,
So,
right.
but
All
I'm
right.
not obsessed. I am not obsessed. No.
Not obsessed at all, right? Right.
What happened was that a couple of days ago, someone whose garden was basically out of control and who did have, pardon me, a small amount of stuff planted, it was actually getting so much weed pressure that you literally couldn't see the plants at all.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, so I offered to him that I would clean up his garden plot. And
Yeah.
I didn't do the big promise of, oh, it's going to be perfect in a hurry. I said,
Mhm.
okay, my plan is a sequenced series of what I'm going to do. And first, mass clear out. And I'm not quite sure how this translates to people in the Imperial, but 20-liter pails. So I think maybe 10-gallon type of thing. Big pails. I
Yeah.
filled somewhere between 70 and 100 of those,
Oh
just a
my.
bulk clean out. Just
Wow.
like clawing what I could.
That's a lot of weeds there.
Yeah, and we ain't done. We ain't done. And
Weed.
then what I did
Oh
was I
my.
went from the plants that I could now identify, and I did warn him there was going to be the odd,
Yeah.
issue of, because they were just so piled on top that you saw weeds, not plants. So I
Oh
did my
my.
best. And then once I got in, I started working from the identifiable, purposeful plants out.
Excellent.
So I gave them a little bit of breathing room, and then kind of worked out from there to give them more and more space.
All right. All right.
Sorry.
Excellent. No problem. No problem. In fact, yesterday we were talking about like growing like squash and stuff from trellising, and I was mentioning to you that I don't necessarily do it on purpose too much, except for a couple of our small melons that we have. But I was out yesterday checking things out in the garden, and I thought I would snap a couple of pictures to share with you all what I was talking about yesterday. And this is one of the ones that I do on purpose here. Actually, this is in the back patio area here. We've got our 5-gallon wicking buckets, and you can see right there in the foreground, we've got watermelon growing out of there, and I've got a small melon that's hanging off of our wood trellis that we've got there. That I don't think we'll have to really support, but if it gets big enough, I might do something anyways. But a melon that size will probably hold on pretty well to its vine. And then I was mentioning out on the back fence line there, we've got squash that's growing all over. I've got these tomatoes back there where the squash vines are growing through the fence and up the tomato cages and all of that. And this one here is one of the vines. And as you can see here, it's crawling through the fence out into the alleyway on the other side. I got to go and move it from getting driven over here pretty soon if it keeps on going. And then this is one that I was mentioning is kind of growing up into our tomatoes that we've got, the our mystery tomatoes on the back fence line. And this is a spaghetti squash that's growing up the cage. And I was noticing again that we had one that was growing and it's hanging. So I'm going to have to figure something because it's kind of curled in and around the wiring of the cage and everything. So I can't just really pull it back and put it down on the ground or anything. So it's going to grow from where it's growing at. And we'll have to figure out something because those can get pretty good size. And I'm not too sure whether or not the vine's going to hold on to it or if that wire cage is just going to totally fall or get pulled over or anything because of it. So there's that. And then I did notice we had another little squash that's kind of growing up kind of from the fence. As you can see, it's about halfway up the fence. So again, another one that's going to be hanging. I'll have to kind of figure out what to do with. And then let's see here. This is out in the front alleyway here. And we've got our cantaloupe growing here. And as you can see there with one of our big felt pots there in the middle, it's hanging over the edge of it and pulling down the sides of the pot there. because we've got like, I think there's 3-4 different cantaloupe that are hanging off the side on the vines there, and they're getting to be pretty good size right now too. So I'm not sure. Those, I think I'm going to try to pull up a little bit, maybe put them on into the pot so they'll hold on a little bit. But yeah, those are the hanging things that we've got growing on around the garden space right now. I do got one more bonus couple pictures here real quick though, because I always show this tree. It's one of my favorite trees, my favorite things growing out in the garden. And we just did some harvesting. I pulled off all of our peaches off of our container peach tree. So we've
Oh,
got a bunch of delicious little peaches that have come off of the tree. This is like the second round actually that I took off of there. We did a little first round last week and pulled off the rest of them just yesterday though too. So those are some things kind of growing on around the garden space, and just a little show and tell of some of the things we were talking about yesterday. So I thought I'd show everybody some pictures there.
wow. Thanks for the bonus pictures. Show and tell for me, Nick. Hooray.
Yay! Right on. Yeah. So again, I don't know. I mean, those spaghetti squash will get pretty heavy, and I feel it might just pull the cage over before it comes off of the vine itself, right?
I would be creating some kind of sling or something for that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, or even more so, that one that's hanging off of the fence. I mean, I'm definitely have to maybe figure something out because it's like halfway up there, and again, it's grown to the point where I can't just pull the vine and try to place it somewhere else or try to get it on ground level or anything. It's grown to the point where that's where it's going to grow from, and we'll just have to figure out how to support it when the time comes.
Yeah. So here's Chad from Down Home Backyard Gardening, who's been a guest on our show and a host recently. Those peaches look great. They do.
Nice.
I looked at those and went, want.
I know, you got to love it. And again, too, I've I go to some places to get peaches, and they always seem to just lately, anyways, they're not quite the best. So it's good to have some freshly grown ones right out of my own garden and ripe at the right ripening point. You know what I mean? To pull them off of the tree versus whenever they pull them off the trees when you go to the market to buy them. So yeah, perfect. Love it. Got a bunch of them to enjoy over the next week or so.
Yes. So,
all right.
Since our show, I actually went back to the garden for another round. And one of the things I do is seeds and seedlings, get extra watering because I like to keep them evenly moist. I'm of the belief that they're kind of sensitive to that kind of thing. So I went out to do that. And the reasons I still have seeds and seedlings is because I'm getting ready for fall crops, but also some people even yet just loaned me garden space. So it's a very diminished list of what I can still grow, but I'm still giving it a go because the food bank is in such need that I'm giving it a go anyway. So I was literally last night and this morning kind of going crazy trying to make garden space and get seeds/plants in the soil.
Yeah.
I transplanted some quite mature tomato plants about this big that were crowded where they were into this new garden space, but I transplanted them at like 10 to 11 this morning. Not good. Don't come at me, bro. It's just that I have such limited time to do it. So I gave them extra watering, going back after the show to give them again extra watering. I may even try and create some kind of shade structure for tomorrow or something. But the short version is I'm kind of like panicked planting is the truth of it. Panicked weeding, panicked planting.
Got to get it in.
Thought.
Yeah. One track mind. Got to get this in, whatever it takes, right?
Well, honestly, what I chant to myself, rightly or wrongly, this was a little insight into my mind, everybody. I go, seeds and soil, better than in the package. Just get the seeds in soil. And
yes.
It is a little more thought than that, like tall in the background, what's going to climb, can I trellis it, what fits in the space, what needs to be shaded, what can still grow in the weeks that we have left and before our frost date. Those kinds of thoughts do kind of come in place. Oh, and the degree of fencing, the amount of fencing, like whether predation from animals is going to be a thing.
Yeah.
But really, it's kind of like a bit of a a buzz in the background in my head as I'm like frantically trying to get this stuff in, because it would be bare soil where
Yeah.
these spots are, because these people do not believe in improving the soil. They don't believe in mulching, all that kind of thing. So I'm just like, it's better to have intentional plants in the soil. I
Hmm.
might not be making the best choices in my franticness, but it's like I have the seeds, I have the soil, I have the
Yeah,
skill, and people are hungry. So it's
that's
like
right.
it's not methodical planning, but it's good intentions.
Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of us can definitely understand that for sure.
Yeah.
Right on, right on. Well, everybody, today is a community show. And again, this is where we share the show with all of you, the audience members who come and hang out with us each and every weekend for for our regular shows that we have. We love to be able to take this time to be able to have you all on with us as our guests. So what I'm going to do right now is I am dropping in a link into the chat right now for everybody who's here with us today. So you can take advantage of that link and click that link. Come load up into our backstage here. You got to put on your audio and video and all of that sort of stuff. And that'll get you into the backstage here. And we'll bring you on the show here for a nice little conversation about what you've got growing on in your garden. Maybe you got a little story to tell about something growing on in your garden this season or a previous season. Maybe you got something to show us, some show and tell, some things that you want to bring on to let us know all about and all that sort of stuff. So just click on that link there. Come and join with us in the backstage, and we'll work to get you on here throughout this next hour of the show. And so again, looking forward to seeing some of all of your faces here on the show with us too. It's really great to be able to do these shows, Jay.
And what I really love is we keep getting the same people coming back, supporting us, supporting all of you, willing to share with us. That's fantastic. For those of you in the audience who are maybe a little nervous about a live stream, I swear we are gentle, we are easygoing. And if for some reason we haven't convinced you to come on today, one of the sort of unusual offers I have is that I'm willing, for those that are nervous about live streams, to do like a private live stream with you, meaning after this show to kind of do a private practice session with you, so you'll learn what it's like to be on a live stream, but it won't be public. So we're going to get you ready for the next community show if you're just a
That's right.
little too shy for today.
Yeah.
But we'd
Yeah,
like you
yeah, yeah.
today.
But don't be shy. It's easy. It's nice
We'd
and
like you
fun.
today. Yes.
We're just talking gardens and what we got growing on, and all of that. So again, thank you everybody for joining us today, and then those of you clicking on that live link right there to come join the live show with us. One more thing before we get on and bring on our first guest with us here today. We are, in fact, sneaking in a little bit of fundraising during our community show weekend this weekend here. And so we are asking for donations to the show. We've got links down below in the description to Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, if you'd like to give a nice little donation to the show. Again, just a couple of bucks. No donation is too small. We really appreciate everything that you guys can do to contribute to the show. And also real quick as well too, as I mentioned earlier and was mentioned yesterday on the show, someone was asking about, can I mail something in? Well, send an email first to me at theurbangardener@mail.com, not gmail.com, but mail.com. And I'll give you information on how you can send something through the mail if you'd like to do that as well too. So again, everybody, thank you for your donations. We got a few in yesterday. We're hoping for some more today. But yesterday, Jay, you kind of surprised me with a little announcement to everybody. You want to tell everybody here today what you mentioned yesterday about donating to the show?
Yes, I'm matching donations because I'm independently wealthy. No, I'm not. What I am is a person who believes in the show. I understand that there's a bit of pressure right now for us to pay some essential bills. And what I'm going to do is every donation that you donate is going to get doubled by me. I've set an upper limit in my mind right now for 200 Canadian, but what I'm saying is if you donate, let's say things are a little tight right now and you can only donate, say, $5, well, your 5 becomes 10, etc., etc. So all of those areas below are down below for Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. You can also donate through YouTube. However, YouTube has the highest fees that is taken away from the money. So we so appreciate if you choose to do a YouTube donation, but we prefer that, what is below, or also you can contact Enoch directly. But your money this weekend is doubled by me.
Wow. I mean, how fantastic. What a great contribution to the show on top of all of the other amazing things that you do for our show and everything as well. Like I was mentioning earlier as well at the top of the show, again, you spend a lot of time and effort in helping us out here with the show, and then contributing on that level as well too is just really amazing. And again, too, we really do a lot of the work, Jay and I and others as well, our contributors who put into this show, because this is just a really, great format, great fun, especially for me as, the host and creator of the show, is to, be able to spend this time and hang out with all of you, just really awesome gardeners here in the gardening community. And, we're very fortunate to be able to have a show where we can bring on some, the gardening world's top communicators, as Mark says, the luminaries of the gardening community, to come here onto the show as guests with us on the weekends and have all these just really amazing conversations here each and every weekend. We want to continue to be able to do that, but it does cost some money to be able to put on a show like this, to set it all up. And we do truly appreciate anything that you have to contribute. And even if that's just clicking like buttons and commenting and doing all that free stuff that you get to do for the show, I mean, that's huge, the huge participation with the show, and we appreciate that. And then, those of you who do have a few dollars that you can send our way, we do greatly appreciate it, because again, like we said, some bills are coming due. I got to make some decisions today. In fact, I got to do some things today and get some things going as far as our StreamYard and all that sort of stuff goes. But again, we really love doing this show. We look forward to it every weekend, and we really appreciate everything that you do, including being here on our community show with us today. We've already got a bunch of people loading in already. So enough with all of this sort of stuff. Thank you so much for all of your donations and everything. We truly appreciate it. But let's go ahead and get this community show on the road. I mean, it's this today. You are the guest with us today, and in fact, because he's here, he's got a nice, fun surprise. I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and get started with our good friend Bowtie David. Let's welcome Bowtie to the show with us here. There he is. There he is.
Yeah.
How are we doing today, Mr. David? Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us here on our community show. Thanks for finishing out for just a couple of minutes. We only squeezed you in for a couple of minutes yesterday, but we got you here today. I figured we'll have you lead us off, because you've been really highly anticipating a fun little announcement and show and tell, as it is, maybe for us here, right?
Oh yeah, and I know I'm leading off ahead of Robin here, and I know she's the queen of show and tell, but I did go out and harvest some okra just before we got started here.
So show us it again.
Yeah. There's okra. Oh,
okay.
My green screen is
the green screen's getting in on that.
Yes, there is a green screen back here hiding something a little bit more significant. Oh man, if you're not growing okra, these things, they're just so delicious. I've eaten so many of them already, but we got a few other harvests, and I'm just kind of whipping through here, but some of y'all may recognize this. This is the coolest pepper that I have on my table right now. It's a habanero, orange habanero. And in fact, I think there might be another guest backstage that may need to come in for this next pepper.
Oh, look, there he is.
I snuck him in while you were starting to show the peppers. I went, this is the guy, and this is the time.
How you doing, Jay?
Good idea. If it's to stop him from eating it now, then that's probably a good idea.
Right, exactly. It is probably a good idea.
He needs a bit more training, I think.
Yeah, I do. Well, I'll tell you what.
Gotta level up on that.
Yeah, so Jason and I are going to be eating a couple of very hot peppers in probably September, based on your production over there, Jason.
Maybe even before then. I've got I'm going to try and put a video out tonight if I can, and it's already showing. I've got some really big warthog peppers, dragon breath peppers as well, but they're green, so I've got to wait a little bit. But they've been ripening quite quickly, I think. And in this horrible, depressing heat that we've had, I know everybody else loves the heat, but we need some rain.
We just had some rain. Our temperature dropped several degrees. We were at 89, which is like 91 Celsius, I think, and we just dropped a bunch of degrees.
Yeah, Rob was saying we had 5 minutes this morning, I think, or it was before I even woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, I think, and it lasted barely 5 minutes.
So this is the dragon's breath pepper.
And
yeah, I actually
let me do a full screen here real quick.
Yeah. So it's a nice size. There's my hand. It's it's a modest size. And so I took a little tiny piece of one of these. Now I get tea every evening. I took a piece of this about the size of a dime, and I stuck it in my tea steep one night. And I texted Jason. Jason already knows this story. So I texted Jason, pouring sweat. This is 2.48 million Scoville.
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, look, it's a nice little. And I tell you what, I did discover, and I discovered this on we ate Dorset Naga last year. What's that? 1.3 million.
1.3 to 1.5, I think.
Wow.
And I discovered that you can just suck on. Don't break the skin, but you can suck on them, and you can taste. This thing actually has a flavor to it. And I've been playing with it in my tea. Yeah, the little flowery flavor to it is not bad. So,
it's fine till you find the one with the hole, Dave.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be.
And then you suffer.
So put it full screen for just a second there again, Enoch, because this is the dragon's breath.
Okay.
This
look at
is
that.
the warthog.
Yeah, that's the one I ate last year.
Yeah, that's a little bit scary. I saw you eat that. I haven't broken one of these open. I actually did lick one in the pre-show when we were.
Oh, that's a gnarly.
They smell better
than the tails on that. You know, it's got a tail on it like that. It's going to be some trouble.
Yeah, it's got a little heat. And I tell you, my lips, my tongue is tingling from earlier. So we will be eating one of these in one live stream and one of these in another live stream, and
as long as it's only one this time, Dave, not two.
Yeah, I'm gonna limit it to one.
I was gonna say last time it was a bit.
And you get them endorphins going, you know. Like no, oh, let me get another one.
It was when he said
I can do it. I can do it.
Yeah, and those famous last words he said when he'd eaten the first one. I thought these were supposed to be hot.
Yeah.
And then popped a second one in. I was like, this is not going to end well.
And this is the best part. I mean, look at this guy sitting next to me. He's British. He's very calm, cool, and reserved. And he ate two right along with me, and he talked very calm. You had a little your voice became a woman's voice there a couple of times.
Oh, they were hot. They were definitely hot. But
and then I'm
I'd
over
eaten
there
the dragon's breath the week before, so I was a little bit more prepared for it.
Are eating those types of eating those level of heat level of peppers something you're used to, something you're doing pretty regularly?
Probably not as regularly as I should in prep for the warthog this year, I think. That being said, I've got 450 plants this year.
Oh wow.
150 varieties, of which probably
super hot specifically, or
50 of them are probably super hot.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm already getting things like Wartrix coming in. Congo, always a really quick habanero pepper to come in. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of tasting, I think, over the next few weeks and months. It's just I guess as they come in, as they ripen.
Yeah,
Pick some today. There's some Goronong, which is a Malaysian Chinese variety, which is really quite tasty one, I think. So I'll be doing a tasting video of that at least.
What got you started with the peppers and your fascination with growing peppers?
For me, we had a trip down to Bath, I think, on the down south in the UK. They do a chili festival, and lots of varieties of different kind of sauces and things like that. And I think I tried the Reaper there for the first time and fed it to my young daughter and nearly killed it.
Oh my God. How old was she? You say young?
6, if that.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. My wife still has to go about that. But it is what it is. But I think off the back of that, and I've always liked hot food anyway.
Yeah.
But I've never really tried anything. I hadn't really tried anything hotter than Naga chilies, really. And those are the things they use in most of the Indian restaurants and things near us. But when you start looking at what's available out there, I mean, there must be thousands of varieties of chili, especially as they're so promiscuous. They're always wanting to try and grow something different. So it's that really led me to go, okay, I like variety. This is something that has got so many different types as well, because you've got your Chinets, your Annams, your Bacatums, and they've all got different flavors.
Yep.
And for me, that variety is just added to the whole thing. So yeah, I'm growing quite a few from all different areas of the world as well. I mean, at the minute I've got this. It's like a paprika pepper, but it's a Targamores. This is from Transylvania in Romania.
Okay.
Nice. Absolutely gorgeous pepper, and sweet and hot, and it's fantastic for making paprika. So if you dry these out and put them in there, like a coffee grinder, you get some fantastic paprika off these. So it's sort of water in it.
Yeah. I love it though. Again, too, it's very similar with me. And pepper. I mean, I started growing other things first, but when I came across growing peppers, that's when I think gardening and growing just really kind of took another turn for me. Was because of those same things that you're talking about, is the variety. It's like a variety in so many different ways, right? You got the variety from sweet to hot, the variety of pods and pod shapes and colors and all these really cool things. And then there's the plants themselves, the plants.
Such a variety of plants, fantastic.
The way they grow, some are a little slower, some are a little faster, some grow prolifically, some will only give you a few, some are lanky, some are bushy, and they've just got, or you even got variegated plants, you know what I mean? So, that just the whole aspect of growing peppers is just really great in the sense of what you say, variety, because there's just variety in every way you look at it.
Big time. The community out there as well for pepper growing and eating is quite extensive as well.
That's a real fun community. I love the pepper community.
I think
they're just as spicy as the peppers they grow.
They can be, yeah. I think especially some of the people that
some of them,
yeah. And I'm in awe of some of them, because they'll eat something that's massively hot, and you're not going to eat that, Dave. No, don't.
No, he's just again. One of them's going to have a little nick on it, or he's going to scratch it or something and not know, and get a hold of some of that juice inside.
It's got a flavor.
It's not terrible. They are really good flavored, to be honest.
Yeah.
But say if you want all the flavor of a really hot chili with no heat, though, go for something like a St. Thomas Husby or a habanada or something like that.
Yeah.
You'll get that excellent, fantastic flavor, but you won't get any heat.
Mm-hmm.
That's for those people that kind of aren't going to put their lives at risk and deal with something like the warthog or the dragon's breath.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I put one of my work colleagues in hospital with dragon's breath last year.
Yep. Learned a lesson from him.
He's still sensitive to capsaicin now. Yeah, it's lasted probably, I think when we tried in November. I think he's still having issues even with jalapenos at the moment.
Mrs. Bowtie just stuck her head in and said, "Knock it off."
No doubt, she doesn't want to have to deal with you if you ended up getting a piece of that.
I say all I'll say, Dave, before you even attempt these really hot ones, and then it's going to be twice as hot as what you've already tried.
Oh yeah.
You're going to need to pre-drink.
Oh yes, yeah.
And
Yeah.
whether that's
Had
something
that stomach.
alcoholic to try and stop you from actually thinking about when you're eating it, or whether it's milk. Either way, you need something. So yeah, you need a lining for your stomach, and
yeah.
not to with anything this hot.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's the lesson we learned from your friend, because he didn't do any prep for it. My goodness, I can't imagine. Can't imagine.
Some people just don't want to help themselves, I think, sometimes.
Yeah. He ended up in the hospital, for anybody who doesn't know. He ended up in the ER. It was not a good thing.
Sometimes it's not just the heat.
Yeah.
It's that capsaicin, because it's a solanum, same as your aubergines, your tomatoes, but it's also the same as deadly nightshade. And your datura, your brugmansia, those really poisonous plants. That's why I got this kind of thing on.
I know, I love the shirt.
Plants
All
are
plants are edible.
Yeah.
Some only once.
Some only once.
but that's, like, say, a lot of these solanum species, they still have those toxins in them that prevent or try to prevent you from actually eating them, because the things that are supposed to I guess propagate the seeds from chilies is birds, because birds can't taste capsaicin. So they try and dissuade mammals from eating them, because they don't generally will grow in the right areas, and mammals can actually digest the whole seed as well. So if they take the seed in, they'll potentially can digest it. Whereas birds, it just passes straight through, and they can disperse the chilies over a further wider area. But yeah, we are, as an animal species, we struggle with things like capsaicin and some of the other kind of some of these kind of toxic alkaloids that are in all the other solanums as well.
Yeah, they'll get you in all sorts of ways. I think it's funny. What do they call it? Naga claw, right? This idea that it'll like freeze up your body and lock up your joints on you and all of that sort of stuff. I'm like, oh, I see people and they're like, they can't do that. I'm like, oh, why would you do that to yourself?
That was me.
That was how Dave looked last year.
That was me.
I think, yeah.
So I'm super happy that you both joined us. Jason is joining with us briefly now because of the previous competition that he'd had with Bowtie Dave in the past. And they're going to be having another one this fall. You want to watch for when that's going to be. They're waiting for the plants to come to maturity to be able to do that. We are so grateful that you're both here. Dave is going to stick with us for one more surprise, but we've actually already got a number of people already waiting.
Yeah.
Hooray. So what that means is we have to kind of move things along a little bit, but that doesn't mean we weren't grateful for you and super glad that you came today.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to have you back on, Jason, for sure, and talk a bit more about some of those hot peppers and what you got growing over there. Jason. Allotment of the Dead, everybody. Thank you so much for jumping in with us today.
Big cheers.
Cheers. All the best, guys.
All right. Excellent. All right.
He's awesome. I like him.
Yes,
so much.
Indeed. I love it. I could talk about peppers all day long.
I know you could. I was like, uh-oh.
I've even got my pepper red on today, even.
Yeah,
so.
right.
I think we could actually do a whole show just with the two of them.
Yes. Oh, for sure. And also, too, again, reminder, Jason, anybody else who's on with us as well today, keep the code for the backstage here. And we do, for all of our guests who come on the show with us on our community shows, we do have an after show discussion or whatever. If you have time or want to, just keep that there. And that's for all of our guests who join with us here today. All right. David, let's move this along today. I know you've gotten something that you want to show us, so let's pop this onto the stage here real quick.
We have a little bit of a story, and of course, everybody is familiar with our gardens because I know everybody watches our garden tours every single month, right? Everybody, I'm looking.
All of us, we're all in on that tour, man.
Anyway, so the colors of those bricks are actually very important to us. They're a color palette that we've used for a very long time. And in fact, you can see like some of those colors are here in our living room, and you can actually see the tablecloth right there, right behind the couch.
Look at that.
It's the same colors. So we carry those same colors inside the house. We had this nice red accent wall up there with you can see the sign up there for the Port Aransas shipping company, and even the curtains and so forth. But anyway, so someone in here may know that we have started a remodel, and we wanted to do something different with the house about 2 years ago, and we've been kind of going through this, and we wanted a good accent wall like this here, but we were thinking about back there in the dining room, doing it in there. And so we thought maybe we could do some kind of an arch or even something like that and do a nice mural that would be a nice accent piece.
Yeah.
And so we were playing around with bunches of ideas. And then one day, Mrs. Bowtie saw the faded picture. Now, this is not exactly our colors, but she loved the style. And so we took everything and we started getting the work done, and we fed it into Geppetto, into that wall, and like, hey, that's kind of nice. And so it was very exciting. And when we saw that, we suddenly thought, well, now wait a minute. This wall here is the wall that needs to have something like that. Now, I want to go back to a previous slide here for just a moment, because notice that wall in the middle. This is that wall right here, and you can see there's a big inset there with that paneling underneath the sign. Well, we had to see it like this before we decided, okay, we're going to feed this into Geppetto. Now, many of you know Geppetto is my version of ChatGPT. I've done a lot of extra programming. And so we fed all this into Geppetto. Now, this is not what you're about to see here is not the artwork, but this is what ChatGPT came up with. And that's our cabinets and the countertops and the colors and everything. And so what I wanted to do was I want to show you what we've got right here behind me, because the camera's all set up and I am ready to reveal. If you'll put me full screen, because this,
all right.
Some of y'all have been waiting a while to see what we have been planning all this time. So I'm going to stand up here and show the real thing. It was done.
Oh, here we go. Big reveal.
Big reveal just last night at like 7:30 p.m. And it'll come into focus momentarily. There we go. So,
woo!
Real garden scene inside the house. And you can see the red countertops and the tile and everything. And the tile isn't on yet. I just set a few pieces there. So that's our big reveal.
What an amazing project.
Yeah, it really was. The lady who did it is the wife of a friend of mine, and she's a talented artist. She does murals to earn money and is an amazing artist. And so her and Mrs. Bowtie worked together and got it all. We were in here last night till after 7. And let's not do that. Let's do this. Let's not do that. So Alejandro Vega.
All the final little details, right?
Yes. Alejandra Vega Williford is her name, and she did a fantastic job. We still walk in here. Just first thing we do is we look up at that wall like, wow, that is so cool. This is in our house.
What an amazing accent piece to the room, for sure.
Yes, definitely
stands out.
Definitely. So anyway, that was the big reveal, and Mrs. Bowtie took all my hot peppers, so I can't suck on it anymore. She took my hot peppers.
She is a wise and experienced woman, Mr. Bowtie.
So she is doing very well. She's had her right shoulder reconstructed. She is getting out of her sling a little bit here and there and getting some movement done, and is well on the way to healing from her shoulder surgery. We're hoping that she gets her other one done in December. We'll have to see.
Get it done sooner the better, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you definitely don't want to be holding off on those sort of things.
Yeah.
But right on, David. Thanks for this wonderful, awesome
We are so
you
excited.
into your home there during this really fun remodeling time and everything. And
Don't say fun. Don't say
oh
fun.
man, when you've got an accent piece back behind you like
Yeah.
that, you're gonna be looking back going, yeah, that was a bit of fun for sure.
That's the coolest thing right there.
It is really
Definitely.
cool. So thank you for coming and hanging out with us today, David. Really awesome to have you here. Thanks for sharing with us and talking about peppers with Jason there from Allotment with the Dead. We look forward to those pepper eating live streams coming up here in a couple months. So it'll be great.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be fun.
Well, that was an amazing show and tell. He's brought the garden into his home, like not just like in containers, but it is his home now.
Right there.
Yep. Absolutely. Excellent, David. Thank you so much. We'll catch you here real soon. All right. Oh, there we go. Real quick here. Let's mention everybody. Today is our community show. That's right. Where all of you are the guests. We just got done talking to David from Bowtie Life, Jason from Allotment of the Dead. That was a really fun little appearance there as well, too. Got to have him back on the show. So let's see here. Let's dig into our backstage real quick here and see who we got next for us coming up here.
Robin is next. Yeah.
Oh, Robin. I think Robin was mentioning earlier in the chat as well, too. Let's bring her in here real quick about having some show and tell. Robin's always got some show and tell for us.
They're starting. It's starting.
Hey, welcome, Robin. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. I will get going because I see that the green room is loaded up with new people. Woohoo!
I know we got folks here. In fact,
Jimmy's are coming in. This is the Jimmy Nardello. This is a sweet pepper, and oh my goodness, you need to grow this in your garden. Trust me, delicious.
Wow.
I've got 2 kinds of cucumbers coming in right now. This is my Socrates. It's an F1. I love it because it is so disease resistant and it beats those cucumber beetles, which I have such a problem with. This one I bought at the nursery. It was just called a pickler, but they're very delicious. Loving them.
Yeah.
The other pepper I've
like
got
a perfect little pickle cucumber for sure.
Yeah, I've got pepperoncinis coming in, and I got a pretty good basket full, enough to make a couple of rounds of pickled pepperoncini, which is something that I wanted to try this year.
Yeah.
Seeds. I've collected about 12 different kinds of seeds, mostly flowers, but so this is my love language, everybody, collecting seeds. These are cilantro. This one happens to be the dwarf lemon. Even the seeds smell a little bit lemon. In England, they call cilantro coriander. Here in America, we call the leaves cilantro and the seeds coriander. So this would be harvested as coriander here. Poppies. Oh my goodness. I had a good year with poppies, and it doesn't look like a lot, but that is thousands of seeds right there of poppy. So, I save them for the Door County Seed Library to be gifted through the library system. So I'm doing good. Last year I had over 1,600 packages to donate. I'm hoping to get there again this year somehow. My first bigger tomato is the Calvez.
Oh.
They're just all turning, color now in my garden a bit, but this one is ready. Talvez.
Yes.
This one was recommended by Jacques in the Garden from Epic Gardening.
Okay.
As one that he grows in San Diego in the, the fall season. But, so far I've been so happy. That plant has been gorgeous, and this looks gorgeous. It needs a couple of days on the counter before we eat it, but I'm pretty excited about that. And I've had just a bumper crop of the early cherries. They're all falling over my computer.
They're pouring on out of there.
Santiam Sunrise, Cherry Falls, Pink Champagne, Tiny Tim, Bing Cherry, And yeah, I think that's what I have in there. And so far, I'm really pleased. I was very disappointed with the small cherry that I put in the green stock last year. It tasted like a grocery store tomato. So I'm trying a bunch of different smaller ones, trying to find a really good flavorful one for the green stock to get that, early rush of tomatoes. And I'm happy with all of the ones that I chose for the green stock this year. Something a little bit different than I normally show for show and tell. I thought I'd bring some of my flowers.
Wow.
This is a dahlia. This one is called Procyon. Never grew it before, and oh my goodness, these are big. They're about 4 feet tall and loaded. This one is Arabian Nights. Isn't that? Look at the color on that.
Ooh.
Let me get that up closer to the camera.
Here, let's do this real quick here.
Holy wow! Look at that.
Full screen. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, okay, I'll go back to that Procyon too.
Yeah.
What's the color on that? Yum.
Amazing.
Yeah, and this is a grand daisy.
Look at
Now,
that.
this came from a wildflower pack that I grew last year and I saved seed from. Oh, I just love it. My hostas are all blooming. Don't forget to, pick your hostas because they're gorgeous. This one doesn't smell, but I have one called Fragrant Bouquet on the side of the house that I'm waiting for, and that one has a name Fragrant Bouquet for a reason. This is interesting. This one is called Gumfrina. Isn't that the coolest little flower?
Yeah.
And these, all together when you, pick a whole branch of them are really cool in a bouquet. Really cool.
Wow.
And then this is one of my first zinnias.
Oh yeah. One more time here. Let's pop that up.
Look
Lovely.
at that baby.
Lovely.
Okay.
Looks perfect.
Yeah. And, I got one more thing because I know that you are loaded up with people in the green room. This is for Joe. Joe, are you still here? Joe showed her onions yesterday. Well, these are my onions. This is the Patterson.
Oh.
I talked about the Patterson before.
Yeah, look at those. Those are nice.
You see why they are my hero, and these store beautifully. So right now they're in the curing process, but
amazing.
Wow. They are a great. Those just go and go and go. Yeah, so that was for Joe because she mentioned yesterday. And so my latest video is about those Patterson onions if you want to pop over to my channel and check it out.
Oh, great. Yes. Man, those are just absolutely fantastic. I would love to be pulling those out of my garden for sure.
Yeah. It took me years, Enoch, years to get it figured out. For me, the key is grow them from seed yourself.
Yeah.
And get them in the ground as early as you can. I got them in undercover in April or early May. And it makes a difference because they're in the ground, as long as they can. And then the other thing is feed them nitrogen. I use a weak solution of liquid Chilean nitrate, organic. And I do that, every 7 to 10 days while they are growing and still forming all the leaves. As soon as they start to bulb after the solstice, I cut them off with the extra nitrogen. But yeah, so
fantastic. Love it. What an awesome show and tell. Love the flowers. They're beautiful. Just gotta love that color and those awesome flowers coming out of our gardens. But again, just the varieties. You got so many just wonderful, crazy, cool varieties. I love the bowl of all of your different cherry tomatoes. I got to get out and start picking mine too, because I was noticing as well they're starting to ripen up like crazy on all the other bushes everywhere. So I need to get a nice little variety bowl like that going myself.
Thanks for having me.
Yummy.
Wow.
See you in the after show.
Fantastic show and tell. I can't believe this. I was kind of thinking, oh, what could I get together for a show and tell for this today? And I was a little too exhausted from all that I'd been doing yesterday to make an effort. And here's Robin showing up going, oh, and here's this, and here's this, and here's this, and here's this. And I'm like, okay.
Well, if you have a community show next month, I'll have even more because this is just the beginning.
I know. Again, it's the best part of the season, right? This is what we look forward to since the beginning of the year when we're getting excited about our gardens and all of that is exactly this, right? All this cool stuff we're getting to pull out. It's the height of that part of the season. Yeah, this is what it's all about.
All right. I'm looking forward to seeing the next guests.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much for being a contributor and a supporter of the show. And I mean that going back now years, even yesterday, stepping up to help us in the chat. What you've just done today, I can't describe enough how much we appreciate what you do for us.
No problem. And you're going to need to get your checkbook out, Jay, because there's a $25 deposit going in.
Oh, yes. Yes. Thanks for reminding us even too, Robin. Yes. Again, too, we are having a little bit of a fundraiser today, and Jay has generously offered to double folks' donations to our Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, that sort of stuff. We've got links down below. And again, thank you, Robin. I really, really appreciate you contributing to our show in all sorts of ways. But thanks for the donation as well, too.
You're very welcome. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Bye now, guys.
All righty. Excellent. Excellent. How about that, huh?
Fantastic. Before we go on to our next section, Enoch, backstage, we've been kind of chatting while you were busy, I don't know, running a show or something.
Oh my gosh. I just looked over there. There's a lot of chatting going on.
Yeah. The next two guests are willing to be on at the same time, which may work with our time frame in terms of...
Okay. Yeah. We are kind of running down at it too, huh? This problem with having a fun show like this is it's like all of our shows. That's why it's fun to come hang out with us here on the Let's Get Growing show each and every weekend, is because we have so much fun. The time just flies right by. It's a 2-hour show. And we've talked about this. Remember when we used to talk about 2 hours? But then it's like, wow, you can't get enough in this time. Sometimes I wish we had a third hour. We're not going to do it. Yeah. But sometimes I wish we did. So, all right, let's welcome our next couple of guests in with us here today. Let's welcome to the show real quick. We've got with us Big Wiggle Dog.
What's up?
In the soil. And then, okay, if we're going to go, I got to click this here. If we're going to get our next guest into, we also have Angela back with us again. It was just a couple of weeks ago. We got to have Angela on for our Are You Following Me on Saturday. So how awesome to have you back with us here today for our community show. Thanks for joining us.
Great to be here. Great to be here. Even if I do have to share the stage with Will.
Right.
Really? I was trying to be a gracious loser.
You coaster coasters are so much fun.
Yeah, and she can have bragging rights now, and I need to just stop running my mouth about garlic.
Yeah, my garlic was amazing this year.
I was gonna say it's out of the ground time, right?
Yeah.
I didn't grow garlic this year, so I didn't get a chance to harvest any this year. So
it's more like pounding to the ground time, Angela, bringing out that hammer.
My largest bulb was just over 7 ounces, and
oh wow,
it was amazing. And I didn't do anything special. Half my garlic didn't do anything. It just fasciated and produced nothing, and the other half just went to town.
Don't let her fool you. No. I did nothing. It's just like when a lady comes out and she's wearing like a nice dress or is dressed real nice, and she's like, "Oh, this old thing." No.
Right.
Truly, the only thing I did differently was, and Robin mentioned this with her onions, I gave them a lot of nitrogen when they were growing, and that was it.
Okay. What was your source for nitrogen, or dare I ask?
I used alfalfa pellets, and when I first planted them, I used green sand and
Okay.
added that to the compost, and that boosted the nitrogen.
Okay. There's people who use an alternative that makes some people uncomfortable, but it's good too.
I didn't use that.
Oh, okay.
An alternative.
Okay.
Now you got me
Yeah.
wondering. Maybe I'm just not as.
Think biological.
Think
okay.
a gardener being personal with their garden.
Adding a little bit of themselves.
Okay.
I grow in raised beds. I can't get up.
All right, I get it now.
Oh, by the way, if people are figuring out what I'm talking about, you do not have to do it directly in the bed. But
if you're a guy, yes, you do. Or it doesn't count.
Some men kind of go, "Oh, wow, challenge accepted."
The one thing that Will can grow that I absolutely cannot grow, and I've totally given up on it, is carrots. He grows amazing carrots. They're straight, they're gorgeous, they're huge. Mine, they're sad. So kudos to Will for.
It's the kitty litter buckets. That's where you're messing up, Angela.
That must be it. That must be it.
If it goes around, it grows straight.
So the thing is, she's growing in kitty litter buckets, or she should be doing that.
Should be.
That's what you're growing them. That's what you're growing them in?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I planted this year because I usually grow carrots for me, but I like growing them for my nieces and my nephew to come over like in October and start pulling carrots out because that's pretty much their favorite vegetable. So this year, while I did put some in the kitty litter buckets, I also took the pots that I grew my garlic in. And so I'm growing the carrots in there because by the time they're ready to come out, the garlic should be ready to go in.
Okay, yeah. Little succession planting. That's your succession then.
Or more carrots for the kids.
I hope your carrots do better than your garlic.
You know what? My garlic has, listen. Oh, me and Croc have some investigative work to do to make sure you didn't throw any shenanigans.
Hey, I filmed it all. It's all there.
Not the shenanigans part.
Thank God for editing, let me tell you.
Exactly. Let me see your cutting room floor videos.
Oh, yeah. Right.
But no, congratulations.
Thank you. I'll be wearing a tiara in my next video.
Well, get on Doug to send over that crown.
Is there a particular variety of garlic that you're growing?
My music garlic failed miserably this year.
Okay.
And the garlic that did the best, it started off slow. I didn't think it was really going to perform, and it was Amish rocambole, something like that. I got it from Fillery Farms up in Washington State. So I think it helped being kind of a local variety close to me, and I think it just performed well for whatever reason.
It's okay. I found a variety that's going to whoop you.
Uh-oh.
You found it. This is a discovery.
Oh, yeah. I thought I didn't buy any before because it was a little bit expensive, but B, I thought it was on borderline elephant garlic. Technically, it's not.
Oh.
What is its name, Will?
I'm not telling you until I beat you.
You can share all my secrets, but you're not sharing any of yours.
Oh.
I love this banter going back and forth, and literally as you guys were saying that, I think it was someone in the audience said, "Love the banter," and then you guys were kind of back and forth like that.
We're family. What do you expect?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. You got to expect it. You get a couple of, like I said, coast to coasters on screen together.
I'm just a little bitter. That's all.
Yeah. Like, did you guys get a chance to check out our fun conversation we had with Brian and Chad last week on last Saturday's show? Again, same stuff, fun banter. Just got to love it when you guys get together.
I threw in a couple of red herrings in there, and I think Chad might have bid on one.
Right.
That's pretty much my job in the crew. It's just to throw people off.
So it looks like Darth is giving up a garlic secret in the chat. Russian red.
Nope,
Oh,
that's not it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
well,
it.
But thank
maybe
you.
I'll try that next year.
You know what? Do it, and I'll go ahead and get the same one you had this year, and we'll go at it for real.
Oh, Robin Gardens is going to step up to the plate too.
Yes, I was
He's
worried about her.
bantering backstage, bantering at you.
Yeah, I know.
I saw her garlic and her plan for her raised beds, and I was like, okay, if it works, it's gonna be scary. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna be sad for her. And so, but she basically learned what I had to learn last year, which was if you have them in a bed or if you have them in pots, you need to insulate them. And luckily, my bed itself, packed with leaves and then a tarp on top of those leaves too, was just enough. Those are the only ones that really successfully made it over winter. Because the ones in my garage were too warm. Even though it was cold, the garage just collected too much heat, so they sprouted super early.
Right.
Actually, I did win. I won the green stalk challenge. So, I got a crown. It's just not as big as hers.
That green crown.
Right on.
You watch. There's going to be some sleeper come in and just take us all out.
As far as the crew goes, no.
That's right.
Because Dee didn't weigh.
Well, I've just been handed some garlic, and I know I did not participate in the garlic challenge, and I'm not promising I will. However, one of the community gardeners who is a decades expert in garlic handed me off some champion stuff. So, just saying, no promises, no anything, but I got a ringer.
A ringer, yes, I love it.
Yeah,
I thought
I know. I got to get
the ringer, but it failed. And it was all in the same bed, so it was just weird. It looked like some mutated, funky garlic thing. It kind of went different ways and didn't grow.
No, she just aired out that she was cheating along the way because there's like multiple bulbs coming. I swear I only planted one clove.
You know what multiple bulb was small. It formed one bulb and it was small.
Yeah. So it just didn't really split then. It just kind of swelled up and it didn't split. So it probably didn't get cold enough or something.
We had a pretty mild winter. We didn't really get below freezing much at all. We had a couple of days in November, but that was it.
Yeah.
So it was pretty
Your
mild.
banter about the garlic challenge is inspiring a few people in today's chat to go, hey, I might grow garlic. Hey, I might participate and stuff.
That's great.
So can you give us just like a short little commercial about what is the garlic challenge? What are you trying to accomplish? And how will people find out about it?
Okay. The garlic challenge really is not really about much else, but to inspire, just like the people that are watching are inspired to grow it. Because a lot of people like it, they just don't grow it for whatever reason. So there's really no prize other than, like Angela, she might get a crown. Doug might build her one. But yeah, it's just about trying to grow garlic. And then you could either do one bulb, like your largest single bulb, because I know it's kind of a waste to harvest and clip right away. We don't want you to waste a whole bunch of garlic. So you could do one bulb, the biggest you have, or you could do the collective weight of the 5 biggest bulbs you have, which she walked out of the park with it. I'm like, I don't even know what to do with that. And then this year we added a green stalk challenge, which took a lot of learning. I thought it would be easier than it was.
Yeah. So
we did that this year. The next go around, it could be the same. It might not, but it'll probably definitely be at least the biggest single bulb and the collective of 5.
Wow. Well, that sounds like a great fun challenge. Like I said, I'll have to, I'm planning on, getting back at it, growing garlic again this next year. So I'll have to jump in on there maybe as well too.
Yeah.
So for those of you who are not used to growing garlic, I'm not part of the challenge currently, and I'm not I will see if I do participate. But the short version is you got time to plan now. You got time to figure out how to get the big bulbs. You got time to research, because for most people, putting in garlic is a post-Halloween thing. And I get we're an international forum, that there's people in other parts of the world, but currently I'm speaking to mainly my North American experience. And for most people, garlic growing tends to be a put it in the fall, over winter, and then in the summer is when you're probably going to
long growing season.
And actually, if you still have garlic in the ground for whatever reason, you have up until the 15th of August to record pulling it out of the ground, do 1 bulb or 5 bulbs, and make a short or long form video and post it up with the hashtag garlic 2026 on it. So you can still get in it if you still got garlic.
Both Big Wheel Dog 82 in the Soil and Chad at Down Home Backyard Gardening have kind of the guidelines. I was going to say rules, but they're not really rules. They're guidelines. For, joining hashtag garlic.
She says that because Doug figured out how to cheat. Now she figured out how to cheat. And no, I'll give it to you.
I can find some good cheats myself. So you watch
Doug
out.
put fishing weights. He put fish weights inside it.
Blue Wolf says that they grow music, and that just, usually that's my go-to garlic, but for whatever reason, I don't know if it was the bulbs I got, they didn't do anything this year. So it was really strange that all this garlic in the same bed, and half the bed grew massive garlic and half the bed didn't perform at all.
Wow. Well. That sounds like fun, a fun challenge. So again, everybody who's watching, get in on that. I think Chad at Down Home Backyard Gardening was saying that he's got a rules video on his channel. If you go and check that out, you can get yourself set up to be a part of that. I think I'm going to gear up myself too, again, because this is one of those things we're thinking about now, because we'll be planting before we know it in just the next couple of months. Because like we said, this is something we get started this year for next year. So it's good to be thinking about it now.
I
love growing garlic. It's one of my favorite things to grow. I always say, because of the learning curve and growing it, figuring out I had to grow it in the fall instead of starting it in the spring like I used to do when I first started gardening and all of that. But get the garlic in at the right time and grow some big ones. Maybe you'll be up for the garlic challenge this next year. But thank you two for jumping on and hanging on and being with us here today for our community show. Just really fantastic to connect with all of you and everyone else who's been on the show with us today. And again, everyone, thank you all for being here with us too. And let's see here real quick. We're just going to move on here today. So again, Angela, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Will, thank you. And both of you for coming on together. We had some teams of folks together with Dave and Jason earlier.
I love Angela, so it's fun.
So it's great.
It's mutual.
All right. Excellent. Thank you all.
Thanks
We'll see you all again too. I'll just remind everybody as well too, if you're a guest on the show, hold on to that link there and come and join with us after the credits run, which will be in just a couple of minutes here. So thanks, guys. Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
Whoa, sorry, I cut her off. Wow, there we are.
Great.
Fantastic. How about that?
Every time we have a community show, I go, oh, no plan. We have no idea if anybody's showing up, if anybody's going to be able to make it at all. Have no idea how long, what they're going to say, like what's going to happen. And every time the community comes up and shoots it right out of the park. Amazing.
Yeah. It's always a good time. And I feel like that with most shows. I'm always worried. Most people don't see it before the show, but I'm just like, oh, okay, hope everything's going to turn out all right, or things of this. But it always ends up being far more fun and the conversation's just really great than what we expect from the get-go. But that's what we get with such a wonderful community like we have around here, right?
Well, I think that's one of the keys. I was about to say, and what you just said, is that the community's coming forward for us, and for each other. And I really appreciate that. Live streams are, I know, a little bit nerve-wracking for some people. And like I said earlier in the show, and I'm just going to repeat it for those in the back, if any of you are super nervous about doing live streams, we'll find a way for you to contact me, ecologytoday@gmail.com. And what I can do is we can carve out a time that I can do practice live streams with you so that you can get comfortable with the idea, and then maybe
Mhm.
community show the next time we do a community show can be your next step. And I
Yeah.
understand your nervousness about all those things. We're just going to do a fake private little show for anyone who's a little uncomfortable with the whole process. And I'm going to act like it's a
Yeah.
live show, but it's
And
never
what a
going to.
fun little hangout that would be anyways, right?
Yep, just hang out with me and we're going to do a conversation and we're going to make sure nobody in the world sees it. And if that helps you makes you more comfortable to do live streaming with us in the future, fantastic.
Right on, right on. And again, everybody, thank you all for joining us. If you're in the audience in the chat with us here live today, thank you, all of you replay watchers, for hanging out with us for a really fun chat and discussion here today. Thank you to all of those who are brave enough to jump on with us live today. Just another really great community show. Also, too, as Adam's mentioning here, too, we are out looking for donations. It's a little bit of a fundraiser this weekend as well, too. So again, we really appreciate those of you who are again jumping into the description below. We've got links there to Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, those sort of ways that you can directly donate to us here on the show, as well as you can email me over at the Urban Gardener at mail.com, and I can get you information if you want to send something in the direct mail or have any other ideas for donating and that sort of stuff if you want to. But yeah, again, really just amazing, you guys stepping up to help us out here. We just, again, as Jay and I were mentioning earlier, we just really love putting on this show and putting it together for the gardening community and all of you folks out there to enjoy these just really great conversations we get to have each and every weekend. And it's just really awesome to see those of you who can stepping up to help us out and donating to the show so that we can keep things moving along. We just got a few bills to pay. We got a few ideas of some cool stuff we would love to do coming up in the, some big shows we'd like to take our show to and have live shows from and things like that. So we've got ideas and thoughts and stuff we'd like to build up to, and to put on something at this level, it does have some costs. There's a budget that we got to fulfill, and when you guys can help us out, that's just really, really appreciative too. So how awesome. And then Jade doubling up, matching people's donations today too. How about that? I mean, how fantastic, Jay. Thank you so much.
Well, I want to make sure that you reach your goal, and we've got some real world expenses that need to get paid PDQ. So this is how things have to go with the real world and running a show like this. So super appreciate any donations. We didn't mention YouTube. You can do super thanks or super chats through YouTube. That's another option. The reason we don't emphasize that is they take the highest rates. They kind of gouge out quite a lot of it. However, if that's where your comfort zone is and that's what you've got, gratefully accepted. Super glad to have that as well.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much. And real quick here before we head out, next Saturday, we're back at it again here on the Let's Get Growing show. That's right. Next Saturday, 11 a.m., 2 p.m. or 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. for you in the UK. We've got Jennifer Jewell joining with us. I got to get rid of my banner. Oh, there we are. She's host of the podcast and PBS show Cultivating Place. Jennifer will be with us next Saturday. Definitely come and join with us. Next Sunday, yes, we have a return visit. Yes, another appointment with our good friend and Dr. Jeff will be with us here. We'll be talking more about gardening as medicine on the show here as well too. So another great show coming up. And if you can, before you head out, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, share with all your friends, let them know that we're here each and every weekend with some really fun, awesome conversations with all sorts of folks from all over the international gardening community. And yeah, I look forward to seeing all of you next Saturday on the show with Jennifer Jewell. All right, everyone. We'll see you then.
This is the ugliest plant in the world, but I love it.